3 weeks after the shooting that took the lives of 21 people here in Uvalde, counselors are on school district campuses here during summer school trying to help others make sense of the madness.
I could see that she had a lot of trauma, and I could see that she just saying it and retelling it, I could tell that she has been very impacted.
Alma Barrera is one of the many counselors brought into Uvalde from other South Texas districts. So while people from all walks of life continue to pour into Uvalde to pay their respects to the fallen,
there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of hurt.
What a tragedy that literally touched people around the world.
People like Barrera are trying to bring kids and teachers back from the brink.
Our job was really to make them feel more comfortable and safe in their space.
Barrera has been helping kids with ways to express their emotions. This drawing is by a student she talked to today, who was shy at first but really lit up when drawing how he felt.
He drew was him drawing himself in the picture, and then in the bedroom at night with all his toys, his gaming, his movie, his TV on, his crayons all over the messy floor in his bedroom.
But while counseling is helping some, Barrera says many kids have told her they're afraid to go back to school.
August, I think, will be very difficult for many kids in this community.
Now, Barrera says that the kids, teachers, and the community will need counseling services throughout the next few months and probably throughout the next few years. The UCISD did say last week that they have counseling and will continue to have counseling available for the foreseeable future.
Even though this is just a training going on right now, emotions are still very high. First responders know how real this situation could become, especially after the tragedy in Uvalde. This is an active attack incident response training.
What this is integrating the law enforcement EMS response into an active shooter scene.
The advanced law enforcement rapid response trainings have gone on long before the tragedy in Uvalde, but in the aftermath, they're all the more urgent.
Every event we study it, we learn from it.
Let's go.
Today, first responders in Poteet are practicing how to eliminate a school shooter and then help the victims.
Why aren't you helping him?
Instructor CJ James says this strategy was developed after the Pulse nightclub shooting.
There was a post-mortem study that was done that discovered that had a simple intervention of a tourniquet had been applied in the Pulse nightclub, 16 of those people would probably be alive today.
They'll also modify the trainings after Uvalde. There are still questions surrounding what really happened during the police response at Robb Elementary, but many of the hurdles those officers faced, James says they address in their trainings.
But I do know there was an issue arose with breaching a doorway. Well, one of the things we teach in this class is understanding you're probably going to have to breach doorways, particularly in schools, because they lock them down.
Part of today's training was finding alternative entry points besides a door. And everyone on this team serves a purpose. The same people training together today will be the same people responding together if this community sees tragedy.
And again, if it happens for real, they've got something to fall back on.
This is just one of the trainings offered by the Alert Center, and officials say today is just the beginning. Now these first responders will take the skills and go back to strategize about what will work best for their community.
And at that moment, my heart dropped. I was scared, started to cry.
Eric Frosto recounts the moments following a traffic dispute that escalated late Friday evening.
That I only honked one time, and it was just in the blink of an eye, my child's life could have been taken away.
Around 11 p.m. Friday, Eric says another driver ran a red light, almost hitting his family. When Eric honked, he says the driver, who police say is 58-year-old Frankie Lee Haygood, fired multiple shots, one hitting Frosto's 8-year-old son, Nico, in the head.
I seen my son, he was stronger than me. I mean, first thing he said, "Dad, I think I'm hit." That it was a life-changing experience.
Frosto then took action by speeding up and crashing into Haygood in an effort to keep him from getting away. He says the situation was intense, but he feels justified in chasing down the suspect, saying that he does not know what could have happened if he didn't.
I don't know what the gentleman was thinking. I don't know what was going on running through his mind, but I'm glad I did what I did to stop him. He could have hurt somebody else, did the same thing to somebody else.
Frosto says he has noticed a trend of gun violence in the U.S. Although gun violence often involves disagreements between adults, Frosto says kids can pay the price.
It's sad how this world has changed so much. I mean, now kids are getting killed, school shootings. I mean, It has to stop. It really has to stop.
And he didn't mince words describing what he saw in the moments he nearly lost his son. But he says he hopes the rule of law wins the day.
I don't know what to say. It was just a plain act of evil. I really hope justice will prevail, and I'm not going to let this go. I'm not. I want to speak up for my son and many other children that are getting their lives taken from them so early.
Nico, who underwent surgery on his fractured skull Saturday, is in good condition and is expected to make a full recovery. Haygood is currently out on bail, and detectives are still investigating.